In the previous video, we read in this login box. We read it in from the spreadsheet, and now we're going to get data during our test at runtime and write it to the spreadsheet. So for instance, we are going to get the price. So I will introduce the Object Spy, my most favorite thing in the world. If you click on Object Spy and then the pointer, it will bring up the application. Sometimes you have to reposition the box. It can be a little bit of a pain, but I know that this price is what we want. So I'm going to click on it. And then I'll move this so we can see. And what it does is it gives us the nested hierarchy of windows. So it's in the flight reservation window, and it's this win edit price element. Here is some properties. So here we want that, but we probably don't want that complicated sounding thing. We probably want to just try and read in this text field. Let's click on the Operations tab. Yes, get RO property. That means get what this value is at runtime. So, remember this, window, flight reservation, win edit price with a colon. So what we can kind of steal, ooh, it's so hard when I can't see my mouse. Oof. Okay, so after we click on first class, I'm just going to copy and paste this to make it easier, and then I'll just erase the things we don't need. So it was in the window flight reservation, and then it was win edit price. That's how you use that nested hierarchy. But we don't want to set the value. We want to, and there's that dot help, get RO property is the one we want. And then here it gives us some help. What property do we want? So the property name, do you remember? Pop quiz time. It was text. So right now we're getting that property, but we're not doing anything, right? We're just getting it. We're not doing anything with it. We get it and then move on. So we are going to write datatable dot value, and then we're going to make a new column. We're going to say price, and then it was the global sheet we've been working with, equals. So right now we're saying the price column on our global sheet set equal to whatever this runtime property of text is, which we know is the price amount. So before we can run it and really test it, we need to open up our Excel file. I guess I should be going here, so that we can add our price column. So it will actually write to it. It is case sensitive, so do as I say, not as I do. And we're going to save that. And we're going to close that. And here you can kind of see the benefits of the different names for the imported sheet and the exported sheet. Now that we have made those adjustments, I am going to make sure our flight application is in the right place. Ready for liftoff, and let's run it. We should be able to see it being populated as it's running. Here it's getting it. Here we have a problem. Oh, this is a great example. So it's saying this object is not found in the repository, the price field, which, if you think about it, it's not, because when we recorded, we didn't do anything with the price. So there's an easy way of adding it to the repository, and kind of let me show you what it means. Okay, so in our flight reservation, see how we have the name, the first class radio button, the cities, everything we touched, it has an object for in the repository. It doesn't have one for price, and that's why our script is breaking. So what we want to do is go back to our friend the Object Spy, click on Objects By, use our pointer. Oh, here's the window problem I told you about. Let's go ahead and move this guy over. Pointer, click on Price, and we have this same screen, but up here we have this box and a plus sign. This is add object to the repository. So let's go ahead and do that. Here you can see it added our price object. Now, if we run it, we should be able to proceed without any hiccups. So it's a great option. Sometimes I get a little carried away. I code without making sure that all the objects are in the repository, and then my scripts break and I gotta go remember and to put them back in. So it went by really fast. I don't know if you saw it, but we did have our price come through. I'll go ahead and show you. So if we go to our results spreadsheet that was generated, we have our name, our password, and our captured price. So that's an example of capturing things at runtime and writing them to the spreadsheet. Next time we will get a little bit more complicated, and we'll start adding some logic and some structures into our test, so that we can do some if else, some looping, some more complex concepts. So see you then.